What's up, gamers? Gotta fill the dead air.
Oh,
No one. These chairs were awkward to get into.
no, they're very awkward to get.
They're very uncomfortable too.
Konnichiwa. Podcastio I yokoso. Miu. Seiji. Noa. Angel.
Thank you for
Sugoi.
introducing.
Urose kusogaki.
Shigao. Yeah. Usogaki janai.
Mizu.
Shiksho. Mizu.
I completely forgot. Hold on. I hope you enjoyed that bit that we did. Me and Angel have been learning Japanese over the past little bit. I really hope that ones aren't cutting out. But as you can see, welcome back to the Broke Boys podcast. We're in a new location. And by new location, I mean we moved across the basement. This setup was arguably so much harder to put together and looks a lot more shitty than what we had before.
Talking about, I think me and beautifully.
Yeah,
did
thank you
alright.
to the set designers today, Sage and Noah.
I
helped.
All we did. was
Angel
put
also
things-
helped. I did the tech, and I'm still not entirely sure that everything's working. So if it isn't working, then fuck me in the butt. I'm gonna be mad.
I literally just put things on the book.
Me
But-
too.
I don't even
No,
know if it's picking it up.
Got it, buddy.
hello?
Give me a
give
minute.
give me a minute. Give me a minute. On the recording, the visuals,
Artem?
the bookshelf stuff. I don't know. It just looks like
Yeah, the webcam's kind of shit.
Yeah.
When I
It'll
get
be
paid,
aight.
I'm gonna buy a new camera, probably.
It'll
but-
be aight. It's not like people. Oh my god, these guys are like amazing.
No, I
But-
set up.
But
Hey.
at the same time, they're not behind them. That's some real dope shit.
Yeah, that's some real cool
my
stuff.
mommy thinks I'm amazing.
Well, she's your
Did
mother.
did you ride the special little bus too?
I did.
Speaking of the special little bust, the reason why Sage is now on the fucked mic and is also like about a foot in total beneath me is A, because I have a superiority complex, and B, because he actually has a lower chair and it looks ridiculous.
Where's his
Nice.
nuggies?
Now, where's this chicken? nug-
Father, I demand nuggies now.
But no. Spring break last week. Didn't have a podcast episode, which actually currently we're recording on a Sunday. Last time we recorded a podcast was 2 weeks ago on a Thursday, and before that, it was the week before it on a Saturday. And we have no sense of time management. I have like a reminder on my phone every Saturday at like 4 p.m. to like do the podcast, and then I just never do it. But yesterday,
You think we're popular enough to get just people who actually care about the schedule? We
Yeah.
ain't big yet, boy. You
No.
don't have to care.
Yeah.
yet.
That's if
I
we
wouldn't
keep
even-
our time management. Yes.
Yeah, if we have time managed. But no. Friday. Today's currently Saturday, and I hate how this is resonating.
Today's Sunday.
Holy shit, it is. I'm gonna put this away.
You do that,
Bye.
buddy. So, are we gonna talk about our experiences the last couple of weeks?
Well,
Since we have quite a bit to catch up on.
really quick. That was really hard to. So yeah, who wants to start? We're gonna start at the beginning of spring break for everyone, right? So, Angel, you went somewhere for like a few days.
I did. I went to Texas for agonizing 13-hour drive, but still pretty good. Nice down there.
Brilliant.
Around compared to the fucking
No.
Sorry, this keeps on happening. My fault. But continue.
Yeah,
It is.
I just basically hung out with my cousins. Yeah, it was pretty nice. We had a barbecue. We ate some. It was a
Sick.
good time.
Yeah. Didn't you have an experience in the shower that you
Yeah,
wanted to talk about?
I did.
What? I haven't heard about that.
Oh, you haven't?
Wait, you
No.
haven't?
Oh, I thought you were there when I told this.
You're probably asleep.
But 13-hour drive leaves you all crusty and you just feel gross. So I went to take a shower, and me without my glasses, I can't see anything. So I picked up one of the bottles, and I look at it, and it just said, "Female personal hygiene." And I just looked at it, and I went, "Oh, that's pussy juice."
That's
No.
not good.
Angel legit cannot see without his glasses. His
Yeah.
prescriptions are so high that I can't see out of them.
Yeah, I have to put things like right
Blind.
here on my face to see anything.
No, it's so bad. No. Whilst Angel was discovering pussy juice in Texas, I went exploring a plane somewhere else that wasn't in the state. It was very cheap because of like COVID stuff, but I got tested before and after I arrived there, and then before and after I came back. But no, me and my family went somewhere. It was pretty cool and whatever. I got offered cocaine. I told everyone this story. It was a very interesting ordeal there. It was like a pretty sketchy dude, but he ended up. After I told him no, I'm not interested in doing cocaine. Right around the second, he proceeds to pull it out of his pocket. He's like, "You sure?" And it's like this dime bag, right? Except for like the white powder that was inside of it was just all completely different textures. And I'm like, "Oh, like half of that isn't cocaine." But no, I had that experience going for me. That light is bright as shit.
Yes, it is. It didn't want to suck.
But Nolan Sage, how was your spring break?
We didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, we didn't go anywhere. About our experience. Yeah.
I was there for part of that. We
Yeah, me
went to a
too.
hotel.
Pretty
Before you
fun.
left.
Me and Angel had some big homie time in the little jacuzzi in the hotel
I
room.
honestly forgot about that.
How? I felt very emotionally attached to you for
Oh,
like 3 days after that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Then you also took like lotion. Smiley face. You
Oh,
left it there
yeah.
overnight.
I did do that. I forgot about that.
It was your cum smile.
Yeah, it was my
Mhm.
cum smile.
Siri, I did not tell you could come out.
After I said cum smile, Siri was real interested.
She was like, pardon?
Pardon? Cum smile? But no, yeah, we had that going for us. Did anything like really interesting happen at the hotel? Or like anything that we can talk about?
Bean.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
you
was-
actually beat Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that was a fucking ride, dude.
Mm-mm.
Fixed it after it got patched, which
Yeah.
arguably I liked it before it got patched. It was really funny.
Yeah, it was really good. I really bonded with Keanu Reeves. He's my dad now.
Yeah.
Nice.
But today, before we left, it took an excruciating 40 minutes for him to find a save point. Persona Strikers, how's that experience
It's
going?
so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, he's been a big Persona fan. He told me to start playing the fourth one, which I have yet to actually like start playing the fourth Persona game.
Get to that.
Yeah, I'll try, buddy. But also today, before we came here, sorry, Angel.
It's okay.
It was probably around like 1 p.m. Right now, just for context,
That was 12.
it's like 3:07. No, it definitely wasn't. I woke you up at like 1 p.m. and I had to wrestle you to get out of bed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I had to wrestle Noah to get out of bed.
Angry bear sex.
Yeah, it was angry bear sex. But I had to like pull like the sheets off of him and start like it's time to report the podcast today. Like we put it off by a day. So like it's time to go like right now. And then he didn't get up.
I did too. I also. I mean, it took me a while.
Yeah,
to
it
get
took
up,
you a while.
but I got up.
Yeah, but thank God he's finally returned from the grave.
I died of hypothermia. Eat my brain, as you do literally every time.
Noah says some of the stupidest shit when he first wakes up too. He starts like screaming. Do you want to give a demonstration of like some of the things that you say when you first wake up?
Well, I can't do it when I'm awake because I'm in a like conscious state where I'm gone and I'm not there, but I'm also like conscious and able to somewhat.
You
Right.
can't do it genuinely.
Yeah, no, I can't do it
No.
genuinely.
But it's something akin to brains. It's like that happened one morning when I took him to school, and it's every morning that I have to do that as well. I have to like drag him out of bed because I take him to school every day. But no, that's a thing that happens.
No more than
Me and Noah have a new semester in school.
that is also true.
Yeah, just ended the quarter. School season's all fucked up. That light is still really bright.
No.
Stop looking at it.
It will be bright for the rest of our time.
I'm looking at my beautiful capture.
Nice.
That helps it.
Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
No, not a whole lot has happened in between like the 2-week period that we didn't upload a podcast. I don't think. Unless I'm forgetting something.
We're forgetting quite a few.
Oh yeah. Me and Noah Friday. Wait, what was the day that we went to the trains? Was that Thursday?
Probably.
Yeah, so Thursday, me and Noah went out for a photo shoot. We post those on Twitter, by the way. Again, Twitter links are in the description, except for Sage's because he doesn't have one. But we were out doing a photo shoot at like this train bridge, and it's pretty cool, but it's located in a very sketchy part of our town. Very sketchy. So we were just kind of chilling up there for a bit, and then I was like walking down the train tracks and doing whatever, and then a train starts to come, and so I get back on top of the bridge. And when the train's coming over, there's like just a bunch of other people. There's like a family there. There's another guy who was taking pictures, and then there was like 2 crackheads
Yeah.
that walked by just saying some obscene shit. Just like walking by, like tweaking out
Like
out
he's-
of their brains.
Like he said something about like a wife or
Yeah,
or, like something
Like
like that.
having sex with his wife when he got home. Just like walking past us on this narrow ass bridge.
And also some local like sped up like really fast on his truck, pulled over, ran up the bridge, got out his phone, and he saw us, and you're like, photographers too, and we're like, yeah. Like no, we saw him like coming down the road at like 40 when it's like a 20.
He was zooming.
And no, he wanted to get the train.
Yeah.
And then his 2 kids came up by the end of it, like then the 2 weak heads were like passing by, being like, yeah, fucking my wife. They're doing like lines and shit, you know.
Yeah, just tweaking out of their brains. Overall, pretty enjoyable experience. And then we went to the day after, because it was Friday then, right?
I blues.
I got out of school and I went to his place, and I was like, all right, so we're gonna drive for like 30 minutes, and we're gonna go to this really sketchy town that has like a park in it called Deception Hollow, and like that's the legit name of the place. But we went there, and then we took pictures of the town, and it was like you got like those real like sundown town vibes. There was a sign there. I'm not gonna say exactly what it was, but it was very homophobic. And then everyone honked at us when they drove by.
Well, not everyone, but there were like 2 or
No,
3.
yeah, like 3 people drove by and like honked at us and like got a lot of weird stares. There was also a pig just kind of roaming around on the street.
Yeah, I thought it was a boar and that it was gonna charge us, and I was ready to get chased through a ghost town by a boar, but it didn't happen. Thankfully, black pig just eating grass.
Yeah, no, me, Brain, and Noah were there, just kind of like dicking around. But we got some pretty good pictures.
Yeah,
We just felt like very intimidated by like where we were.
yeah, kind of like a valley the town is built in. And it continues to go down. Kind of stupid for a city, considering there's landslides and flooding, since there's a little lake going down the valley.
Right, no, the entire place is just built like on a ravine, like a huge slope. So like the towns, or like the hills in the town, more rather, are just like this
Yeah.
steep. You look at it, it's literally like at this much. It's ridiculous.
And you can even see where landslides happen, like where floods work. There's like caved-in houses that people left there.
Right. But no, that was our experience. I ended up going to a cemetery a little far away yesterday with a quartet group that I hang out with, and we like do music shit together. But we went there, and then one of the girls that I was with had to pee, and so she went in the forest. And then there was like guys. I didn't tell you about this. I don't think. No, I was telling you that I went there with the quartet group. No, the girl, I'm sure you could probably assume who had to pee, and she was like, "What do I do? We're like very far away from anything." And then the other girl that was there was like, "Just go in the woods. The world is your toilet." And then as she was like doing her shit, there was like people who were like hunting for like antlers, like deer antlers, just like walked by.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. But that happened. And then Sage went to like Dave and Buster's yesterday, right?
You
I don't-
always say
I
Dave and
don't
Buster's.
think that your mic is picking up.
It was just a little arcade. Just had a few arcade games.
Here, buddy. Oh, that sounded really good.
Fuck you.
But yeah, no, went to a little arcade place. How was that?
It was alright. Most of them were like shut down.
Really?
Yeah. All like
Your
What?
mic is still not picking up, by the way. I don't know.
because you always give me shitty mic.
I've been having the
No,
shitty
Noah
mic for-
has the shitty mic usually. You just
Yeah.
really
Eh.
like gotta get up in there.
There you go.
It's
Eh.
not like posting compared to like the rest of them.
That's because it's shitty. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just let me do my thing. Let me do my thing.
All right.
Okay, so it's just like surprisingly skee ball wasn't shut down, but most of the games were. It was all right.
Yeah.
They had a Mario Kart game, kicked ass.
Kicked ass. You went to like a buffet and AirPods, right? Sitting on the.
They're in pods.
They're called
They're
in
in
pods.
in pods. Yeah, there
They're
you
they're
go.
green and
Yeah.
they're called in pods, and he got them out of a claw machine.
Oh.
Yeah, you could say I'm a god at claw machine.
Yeah, I don't know
Sometimes.
if you picked it up, but they called them in pods because they're in. I don't know if you'd be that stupid.
My bad.
Thank you for the clarification, though.
You're
I
welcome.
needed
Thank
that.
you.
Very cool.
But yeah, I got it on my second try because for my first try I was going for something completely different. Just happened to be over there. Like, well, I'm just gonna yoink. And it worked. It was a claw machine that actually worked.
Nice.
It did the thing again. You guys hear it?
What? Oh,
Sounds terrible.
this
This
great.
this episode has absolutely no direction. No, it doesn't.
We're just kind of vibing.
So do we just start over?
No.
No.
Doing it now. But shit, what was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, speaking of like crackheads and shit earlier. Do you guys have any stories of like people that you've seen like out on the street, just like public intoxication, like being tweakers or whatever?
I
just,
have
like-
a story.
Okay.
You know when I used to work at a gas station?
Yes, very shitty gas station.
Very shitty
Most
gas
of the
station.
people that you worked with were actually like crackheads too.
Yes. But it was one night where I was doing, closing shift, and it was around, I want to say 10:20, very close to the time when we were closing. And then this one speaker just kind of comes in, and he's all muddied and shit, and he's just like, "Yeah, go ahead." And he's like, "All right, thanks." He's in there for maybe, I want to say 15 to 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, this dude needs to hurry up because we're about to close. So when he gets out, like, all right, man, thanks. And he has his fucking shoes in his hands.
What?
What? And then he just leaves. I'm like, okay, bye. And so I go in the bathroom, check it, and like,
Right.
to one last like wipe down, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything was just covered in mud.
What the fuck?
Everything was just. I'm pretty sure he washed his shoes in the sink.
Oh, I was gonna say if
Oh.
his shoes were in his hands, like you can like inject like meth through your toes.
Oh, neat.
That's what I thought. When
Neat.
Awesome.
yeah. Food for thought
Yeah.
for that one. You can
But yeah, I
also
was-
inject heroin into your dick.
That's
but-
cool.
Yeah, you know, like fucking spread the clap and shit. God, speaking of the clap, who was I with? I think we were at like the Mexican restaurant, me and Sage and Noah and like their mom, and we were talking about like retirement home shit. I just like went on a complete tangent about how gross they are because they are the highest rate of like STD spreaders like anywhere. Like retirement communities and shit in like Florida where like rich people go to like retire and live in Florida and like communities full of old people, they're just constantly getting it on. Like you hear so many stories about like someone's granddad fucking getting the clap from like some bitch that he met down the road.
Christ.
No, they're gross. They're absolutely disgusting. But I'm sure that like when I'm that old, I'll probably get the clap and then die.
And then die from the clap.
As soon as it
Right.
heal.
No, gonorrhea is kind of gross. You know why they call gonorrhea the clap?
I know why.
Well, we can't.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Are we allowed to like say that?
I don't want to.
But anyway, no, it's because they clap the fucking pus out of their dick
Yeah,
with gonorrhea.
You know, just
Thank you for joining us in today's podcast.
Anyway, public intoxication stories again. Noah or Sage, you have any? Like just seeing people like tweaking out on the streets.
It didn't happen.
Your mic's cutting out again.
One of my old friends, you guys know him. His name is Tom. Starts with a T. Tom. We'll call
Yeah.
him Tom.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and he went down to the local gas station to get drinks, I think. And this dude walks up to him and just slings his arms over their shoulders like water, 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 water. And then just stumbled off.
He just goes wada 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 wada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
That's all
that.
I did.
Me and Noah were there for that.
Yeah. Water, 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 water.
No, he was very enthusiastic
It was
about it.
wild.
That reminds me of I wasn't there, but the party that was going on wherever, and then on the one way that Noah and Sage lives on, there was a car going the wrong direction, and Angel goes out into the street and like chases them down with a tiki torch.
Yeah,
and
no,
says,
'cause-
Waikiki.
Waikiki.
Because we had a fire in our front yard, and you know, the car was going
A
the wrong
controlled
way.
fire, by the way. That was like completely out of context. A controlled fire in a fire pit.
And Angel had a tiki, and he just put it in the fire and lit it on fire, and was like waving around and like saying Waikiki.
Waikiki.
Yeah. And the car came the other way, and like he started like running towards the car, and the car like stopped like dead in its tracks. It turned, went into the grass and over the curb, so desperate to pull a U-turn, and went the other way. Like he went in the grass and everything to avoid him.
It
Like-
was amazing.
If I had a big man like running at me with like a tiki torch, like screaming something and not in English, I'd want a U-turn.
Oh, that sounds absolutely
Because they were
terrifying.
clearly not from town.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember. So we have a friend and we call him Big Fish.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well, there was one time I was intoxicated, and that was around the time that where me and Big Fish were just kind of like acquaintances. We weren't homies,
Right.
and I was drunk off my ass. This motherfucker proceeds to hand me a fucking a flare.
Oh
Oh,
A
yeah.
fucking flare, and my drunk ass was like, "Give me that," and I fucking lit it, and I ran down the street with this bright red flare.
Yep.
and then when it was done, I went back and he's like, "Yeah, you're lucky that it didn't blow up in your hand."
Nice.
I was like, oh well. I didn't, so
Jesus.
who cares?
But no, public intoxication story for me. I was running a marathon back when I was like, yeah, staying fit or whatever, like a few years back. And I was with like my mom and my aunt. We were in like the capital of our state. And so like sorry.
Nice.
Shouldn't do that, but we're like big city in the capital of our state. So it's like it's pretty sketchy in some parts, but we were eating at like this Hy-Vee, like the grocery store restaurant. There was like windows. So you can like see like the street and shit. And it was just before Halloween. So it's like pretty cold outside, but there's a lot of people like dressed up and whatever. But there's a bar on like the other corner of where this restaurant is. And so we watched this guy like stumble out of the bar and just starts like leaning like against the wall. And so like my entire family that I was with notices, and so we just kind of like watch him for a bit. Eventually this girl walks out of the bar and starts like just yelling at him. Like we couldn't hear what was going on, but this woman just very angry with this man. And it gets to the point where she's like crying, and then she tries to help him up, and then she like calls him an Uber, I'm assuming. And so he gets up, and then he starts yelling at her and like starts punching her in the vagina. Like very drunk, just like starts like punching but doesn't know where he's punching at, and he's like just hitting her in the vagina. It's the weirdest thing to watch. And then his Uber comes, and then he just like gets in the car and drives away. But
I'd be scared to be
Wow.
that Uber.
no, because aren't Uber drivers just not allowed to have like intoxicated people?
No, they can.
Yeah, that
How
probably
else are they supposed to get home?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I suppose that's true, but like I've heard a lot of shit about that.
that's what makes an Uber convenient.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I witnessed that when I was like, I don't know how old I was, but like a few years ago.
Too young.
Too young.
I mean, I don't know if the guy I'm thinking of was intoxicated, but more than likely. But so me and Noah and Mom, we went to Vegas for Noah's birthday, and we're just walking around enjoying the sights, and we're going over this bridge. And this dude is just standing there, just singing, "Put a buck in my cup, I will shut the fuck up," and just kept doing it over and over and over again. How long has this man been at it? Because we walked by him again like 3 hours later, and he was still going.
oh
Yup.
my god,
Amazing.
whacked out, dude. No, pretty wild. Pretty. I remember when I was very young. I was driving in a car. I think we were going to like the state north of us. Who was it? Who did it?
It was me.
Stop.
Okay.
Well, I was very young riding in the car, and we drove like under an overpass. And like I look out the window, and then there's just like some dude like vaccinating himself under an overpass.
Oh.
I like look over and I'm like, what's going on there? Because like it was like pretty much like suburbs to like a very big city, so probably like a lot of like homeless people. Because there was like quite a few people that were just like camping out under the overpass. But no, that was a scarring thing to see.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Speaking of scarring things, you know what came back into my memory after so long of you telling me this, Noah? That kid that tried to kill you when you were younger.
Oh, John.
Yeah,
John.
do you wanna tell that?
Yeah, so when I was younger, me and my brother and my mom, we all used to live in a bigger city than we are now. And this town was kind of shady, very shady, a lot of good people. And we were also kind of in a shady-ish part of town. Kind of like,
Did anybody else hear that?
What?
Yeah, there was a large kaboom.
We'll be fine.
if it's a nuke, we'll die later.
Right.
If
I
we die, we
accidentally hit the thing.
Was that
Oh,
what that was?
maybe.
It was so loud.
I'm sorry. I didn't have my headphones on.
Before you continue talking right now, the setup that we have going is on like one piece of like wood sandwiched in between like two pillars that I made. And so,
That you made?
yeah, I actually shut up, buddy. I did actually make this. No, the Sage's microphone mount here is directly on, and it's like a boom microphone mount, right? So there's like a lot of like vibrations that'll run through like the springs. and there's no shock mount. So if like one of us just like
Oh god.
if one of us just like slams like this bar table out of frustration, you guys are gonna fucking hear it. It's so loud. Stop doing that.
All right, continue, Noah.
Yeah, continue.
All right, so like I said, we were living in a shadier part of town, and we had apartments as well. So us living, I think it was like one or two other families living. But we still had
There
our
was
own.
one more above us.
Yeah, there's just one more above us, and this family ends up coming to the house, and they're like, "Hey, we're homeless and we have a child. You should let us sleep."
It was mom's friend.
Oh, it's mom's friend.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the woman was mom's friend.
Oh.
and you know,
That adds a new level of perspective to the story.
yeah, but you know, my mom being a nice person, she's like, "Yeah, sure, come on in." And kid, first off, is a little bit bigger than me. And by bigger than me, I mean he's chonky.
He was 6 years old and pushing 120.
Yeah, and you know, at first we kind of didn't really bug each other,
Stop.
I didn't do it on purpose.
and after a while, like, started getting really mean. He's an asshole.
Mean.
He was a little fucking monster.
Yeah, he's a little cocksucker, but you know, I have a lot of stories to start off with about this kid and what things that he's done to me. One of them is that
sorry.
we had a bunk bed, and me and Sage were little toy fiends. We had like toys strewn out all over our floor. Like we could not even see the bottom of it.
Monsters.
And you know, with toys being plastic, they don't make for a very good landing pad, especially falling from the second like bed on a bunk bed. Now Jonathan pushed me off because I was there and he wanted to be there instead of just sharing. So he pushed me off, and like, you know, it really hurt. And then he also destroyed one of my favorite toys that my brother won for me as well,
Out of a claw machine, baby.
out of another claw machine. And it was like a pink little toad, like a flower that you could twist. And the audacity of this little punk. He tore the flower off, and my little heart, it was just shattered. Like, this was my most favorite thing in the world.
How old were you at the time?
He was like 3.
Thanks,
Oh.
fact checker. But
Fact checker.
no, I love this thing so much that I would take it along with my other stuffed animals and seatbelt them into the back of our car whenever we went anywhere. So that's the level of affection I had for this. I gave it safety, and he just tore it. You know, it's like it died, and I'm like, this is terrible. I just lost everything. So, you know, I was heartbroken. And
Now-
at this point, I despise this little brat. Worst enemy in my life. And one night, I was in my parents' room. or my
No,
mom's room.
you were in our room. You and Jonathan were in our room, and me and Mom were.
Yeah. And I was, you know, chilling out. I was out here living my best life, watching Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, the blue.
The Boo Man.
And Jonathan came in and he's like, "Let me watch," and I'm okay.
Let me watch.
Yeah.
Let
and-
me observe.
And me and him were he was a little gremlin. Like, he-
Wait, so did he send something more akin to "Let me watch"?
Yeah.
I want to watch Thomas.
Yeah, like that with like also like a really, like creepy peasant voice, but like grumbly and shit.
He was like 6 years old, so I was like, I want to watch.
I want to watch Thomas.
Because he was a big boy.
Yeah, he really was.
He just
And-
kind of like stumbles in, like arms around like his fat rolls, like I want to watch Thomas.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
keep in mind, this is like a 6-year-old kid who would eat an entire thing of bologna and go.
Oh,
He isn't even that good.
I know.
And I'm 3, so you know he's a lot bigger than me.
Yeah, you're like 3 or 4.
And it's dark in the room. The only light is Thomas shining me the light that I need that he's in. Thomas is the one who showed him. And I'm glad that he did. Because in hindsight, I should have gotten out. Because he ended up getting on top of me and like strangling me. Yeah, no,
That
there's like
sounds an awful lot like sex.
No, it was hate sex if
Christ.
that. Like he got on top of me and was strangling me. Like this 130-pound little like shithead is like choking me to death, and I'm like I can't do anything except scream. Even then I can't. It's like muffled.
Mom has never come so close to killing another child.
Yeah,
Didn't he also try and push you out of a window?
probably.
I don't know. He was
I
a little
swear.
hellion.
I swear he could have told me something about like him trying to push you out of a window.
We
Oh.
couldn't take him anywhere. Like we'd go to a Walmart and he would legit like climb.
Jesus.
Sounds like my Walmart story. Wait, was the Walmart stories episode the one that got taken down?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that make if
I
it
think-
was,
I think so.
I'm gonna re-upload that probably to,
Okay.
because that was arguably like one of the better ones that we've done for being like a first episode of anything. That ran so smooth. But
Mhm.
anyway, was that the end of your story?
Not quite.
All right.
Yeah, no, I was on the bed getting like, and our mom comes in and she's like, "Get off!" And she like yanks the kid, like throws him to the floor. For dramatic effect, I'll just say that she like slammed him into the wall and he like made a crack in there, and he was all like, "Oh, that hurt!" And my mom like fierce eyes, she was like, "No more," and then it was over. No, just for dramatic effect.
I mean, you want me to tell how it actually happened?
Yeah.
Mom stormed in and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Just absolutely tossed this kid into the sea of toys. And then she called his mom and he's like, "You need to get him the fuck out of here before I hurt." And she's like, "Well, you caught him, you punish him, because this bitch didn't know how to punish her child, obviously." And the mom was like, "No, if I punish him, I will hurt him. He's
Yeah.
gonna fuck this child up."
That sounds intimidating,
Mhm.
especially coming from your mother.
Yeah, mom's a scary bitch when I need.
Oh, yeah.
But you talking about putting a seatbelt on like your toys and shit when you went places when you were younger reminds me of Rufio, the bear in my car, that pink stuffed animal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna give context as to how he showed up because I'm not sure that like Angel and Sage, get off your phone.
And also,
I was checking some.
I really do need to acknowledge that doll is in your car. I frequently take it and cave its head in, like with my thumb.
Did you do that again on the way here?
Yeah, I think. Wait, no, Sage is in the.
Yes, he was. You're right.
But no, I like to take the baby's head and just like push my thumb into its head and cave it in, and it looks stupid.
No, there's a toy baby in my car. But I have this pink, probably like a little bigger than the size of this like pop can, like stuffed animal in my car, and it's like this little like toy bear. And so shortly after I got my car that I have now, super cool 2007 Chevy Trailblazer, pretty pimpin', right? So I got the car. The wheels aren't super great on it. They're pretty like fucked up. So the automotive place, because my dad knows the guy who runs the automotive place. He got this car in, and it was very clearly, I had seen this car around very clearly like a drug dealer's car. And like if someone had like actually taken the time to look through it, there was definitely like a lot of shit in there. But no, I found this stuffed animal in the very back of the car, and it just smelled like pot and like sex.
Nice.
And it was very scary. But I ended up, as well as taking the wheels off that car, taking the stuffed animal that I then later named Rufio as a combination of both sex and drugs. I would like to take credit for that genius play. But no, he's now just sitting in the middle seat of the back of my car.
Pretty
That's
awesome.
that's the backstory behind Rufio. I also have like a
Amazing.
Jesus bobblehead in my car. And a scroll with under. It's pretty cool. My car's a clown car. I love it.
Last circus.
Yeah, but no, that happened. I was gonna tell another story and then I just completely forgot.
Seem to keep doing that.
I take it back. I remember. So I went to this babysitter when I was very young, right? Her name, I'm gonna call her Mary. Her name was Mary, right? And she was a really nice woman, but I was just a little scoundrel, like a little just like walking, stomping masturbate when I was like 6 years old. And so I just constantly caused problems for this babysitter. And so it got to the point where she started, like, every time I misbehaved there, would, like, feed me a spoonful of vinegar every time as a punishment, and then put me in, like, a timeout chair.
Nice.
And, like, I hate vinegar now. It's so gross. But, no, she would feed me, like, spoonfuls of vinegar. And then there was this one time, and I didn't do it. But I was in the bathroom, and my friend then, who was also turning into, like, my childhood friend that I'm no longer friends with anymore, he walks into the bathroom, right? And he was like, "Hey, watch this." And just whips his penis out and starts peeing, like, all over, like, the ceiling and, like, all over the walls of this bathroom. The only bathroom in the house. And just, like, pisses on all of it. There's piss dripping from, like, the light fixture, from, like, the cupboards and shit that are in there. Just completely misses the toilet on purpose. Like, why the fuck would you do that? What was going through this kid's mind? And so I started screaming. I was terrified. This is scary shit that's going on. And so the babysitter comes in, and she just looks at, like, both of us. By this time, his penis was back in his pants. And then she thought it was me. Like, no, Mary, why the fuck would I pee on the walls here? And to this day, there's still, like, pee stains there.
Oh no.
It's disgusting. I also had this, like, oh, I don't know if I could say this. I think that you know about it. There's this kid. It was, I'm not going to go into, like, super great detail, but there was this kid that was the babysitter's, like, grandson. You know what? I'm not gonna tell this. I'll tell you guys afterwards, but it's really fucked up.
All right.
It's really bad. I cannot say that. But
You ever hear the reason why Noah doesn't like vinegar?
oh yes, I have.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've heard it.
So, when Noah was younger, he was a little fiend. It would steal every drink that was out. He would just walk up and just take a big giant gulp. Biggest little shit. So, where we were living at the time,
Angel, stop.
Oh,
It's so loud.
y'all good?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the house we were living at the time, we were living with my grandma, and me, my mom, and my grandma were in that room, and Noah comes in. And for whatever reason, there was a stool in front of the bed. On that stool, there was vinegar. Noah walks up and grabs it. And Mom just watches, like, let's see. Takes the biggest swig ever. And then immediately runs to the bathroom and spits it out and comes back bawling, telling us we tried to poison him.
Yeah.
Did you ever, like, steal drinks after that?
I don't think so.
I mean, I did, but I definitely did as much as
At least you learned somewhat of a life lesson.
backstory to why I was so. I was in our backyard. And I was like hitting a ball with a bat. Except I wasn't playing with anybody. I had to throw it up and hit it myself. And
That's
it was really
depressing.
really humid out. Very humid. I was breathing water, and I was very exhausted. And I'm like, I'm ready for a big old glass of water. I go inside and I see it, and I'm like, hey, that's water. And I drink it.
That's not what.
Very far from it.
Hmm.
Subarashi.
Subarashi. But no, drank straight vinegar. Wasn't there another time where you nearly drank isopropyl alcohol?
Yeah, probably.
That was like a few years ago, I thought.
Remember when we took?
Oh yeah. the Chinese buffet here,
Yeah.
it was a rite of passage, and everyone was doing like shots of like soy sauce. So like prone to like heart attack after that angel, and we just like did spoonfuls
What?
of soy sauce.
So that you're pro.
No, like it's not. I don't know if it's heart attacks, but like that much sodium can just fuck you up.
Yeah.
I remember I like drank 5.
Nice.
I like
Jesus.
drank 3 of them.
Why would you do that?
Because he was like,
$5.
"Do it, you won't." He was always that guy. Do it, you won't.
Who
You
was
do it,
it?
I'll pay you $5. I was like, bet. Cost him.
Does his name start with D?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
figures.
figured.
Yeah, it was horrible, but I felt pretty good. I was $5.
Wait, D as in D with black hair, or D as in D with brown hair?
He isn't.
Stupid one.
They're both stupid. The one that lives in Missouri now. and-
Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking of the other one. White one.
Which one was it?
White one.
White one.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. No, that kid's so dumb. He had his bike peed on. Do you reckon we could talk about that?
What?
Well, I mean, if he ever watches this somehow, because he's still in contact with the house. If he ever watches
Who?
that and then realizes that it was you,
No, he already knows.
Yeah.
how?
He ended up calling afterwards like a.
Oh,
He's
so
like-
did she just tell him?
Huh?
Did she just tell him then?
All she said was that she would talk to me. I have to redeem
She
myself.
didn't care.
No, I have to redeem myself. There's a reason why she didn't.
Oh
care.
no, there's a very good reason.
So, like, fly back like tons of years, and he used to be like a friend of ours, and he ended up going to like do his own thing. And then he came back. We were
Unfortunately.
Not, yeah, we were not expecting him to come back because he's an old friend. We thought he was gone.
And the context behind, because I was there when he came back, just no context, walks into the house and was like, "Yo, what up, fuckers? I'm back."
Yeah, like no invitation at all.
And he's one of those like kids that's just like loud as funny. And he also, for whatever reason, is severely obsessed with that damn Daniel video that went around in like 20. But thanks. But anyway, continue, Noah.
And I'm like, oh, wow, great. This fucking ding dong's back here. And, at first I'm like, alright, I'll try to make the best of the situation. He probably like, grew up. No. Far from
He
it.
got worse.
He got worse. And at this time, I was playing Breath of the Wild, and I was having my playthrough. And it was always just backseat gaming, like, questioning, like, the way I was doing this and that. Really got on my nerve, but I knew it was nothing serious. But then he just started, like, being really disrespectful. Like, he would ask people if they want something, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll have it. And he's like, it's not for you, but I'll give it to him. And I'm like, fuck you too, then. And he was just treating me so much different than everyone else just because I was younger, like the youngest. So one day, I noticed that he was here for the, like, day straight in a row, and he brought a bike. And I'm like,
Did you want to talk about the other reason prior to that?
oh yeah. I was so,
Okay, I just didn't know if you were like purposefully like excluding it or
No.
not.
I just forgot about it. It's kind of a repressed memory because the person I'm going to be talking about, absolute garbage. And I can say that like with like purpose and like
From the heart.
yeah, from the
Straight
heart.
from the heart.
And I normally don't say those sort of things about people, like saying that they're garbage and stuff. But no, my ex-girlfriend, and he was like her like backyard neighbor, and somehow he was able to start fixing her house. because she had like something wrong with it.
That boy should not be permitted to fix anything.
Not really.
Continue.
And he ended up talking to her grandpa there, and he was telling her that like, oh yeah, no, I know his family and stuff like that. I know that family. Oh, you're actually dating like that kid there? Oh well, he works when he wants to, but he's usually kind of a slacker. He's talking mad shit behind my back. At the time, it was important to me because girlfriend at the time. So I realized that mean, but no, he talked shit behind my back as well to my girlfriend's parents. I don't know.
That's a no bueno play.
Yeah,
That's a dick move.
And when
Yeah.
I actually had the balls to confront him about it, he at first denied it, and then when I kept pressing him, he's like, "Well, I didn't say anything bad." So first off, I'd caught him in a lie, saying that he didn't. Second off, he tried also saying that he didn't say anything. So at that point, I think I had already pissed on his bike,
Yeah, you did.
and
Yeah.
my
got so
friend
mad.
also rubbed his ass on it. Like he like straight up like pulled down his pants, like pulled his ass cheeks together and wiped his ass on it.
We're not gonna drop a name.
No, we're
but-
not gonna drop
Yeah.
a name. Got to keep everything discreet, except for me, who got outed for it. I took the blame. But after
He
that,
took the heat.
I never saw that man ever again.
No, he dipped. He dipped hard.
Yeah, good.
So
But he liked
And
it.
the only reason why he didn't come back to like throw hands with Noah is because he said that he had respect for Sage, and then that's why he didn't come back.
not
Yeah.
not the fact that it's like illegal or anything.
Right? No, he probably woulda, but he probably also woulda kicked his ass. But
It's hard telling who would. But at this, I don't think I would take. I don't think I would take the responsibility for their fight. I think I would just up and with. Like it's gonna be.
I don't think that you should elaborate anymore on that.
I'm just saying it wouldn't have been a fair fight. He's so much older and stronger than me, and it would have been over. And I'm not about to get my ass kicked.
Again. But no. Yeah, that was that. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna go check the runtime really quick. Because I can't remember when we started, but it was some like a time.
Okay. I'll return
Yo,
shortly.
Noah, do you remember when we had Gracie, our cat? You
Can't
remember
talk
that
about
cat?
Can't talk about that.
Oh man, I think we could definitely talk about that.
I haven't heard
No,
about this.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, I know
Why?
you're
We
a little
just talked-
mongrel.
I know that's why we can't talk about.
Yeah, we can.
No, absolutely
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it.
no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
Watch.
Well,
Nice.
it looks like we're out of time.
Nope. Nope.
Thank
I'm
you for
telling
watching
this
the
story.
Broke Boys podcast. Yeah, you can tell them, just
Not to the general public.
not to the general public. No, I did not pull a Shane Dawson on the cat. No, I was
Thank God.
I was like 3 or 4 around the time as well, still around that. And we had this cat, and let's just say, very nice to it, right?
I don't know if
very-
you can say this either.
Oh,
Like, I love
I know
cats.
what it is.
I-
I know what it
it's
is.
funny.
I
Yeah.
still don't know what it is.
It is funny. You should
It's
totally
funny.
say it.
No, I love cats to death now. I have 4 of them back at home, and I love
2 of
them
them
dearly.
are mine.
But if I'm gonna be the one to tell, I have to be the one to own up for my actions.
You have to pull the trigger.
I have to pull the trigger.
We're sitting in a confession booth right now.
Mm-hmm. God, I hate this
Oh.
memory because I feel so bad
It's
about it.
great. It's funny.
great, dude. It's funny. You
The
were
cat was
3 or
fine.
4.
The
Yeah.
cat was fine.
Oh, okay. So if he was 3 or 4, that just no. It's fine now. You can say whatever.
Okay,
If you didn't know like what you were doing, it's whatever. But
but basically, when I was younger, we had a cat. It was like white and black, and it was named Gracie, and it was a really good cat. But
I've never heard this.
Really?
No.
It's so
my dumbass thought, like, oh hey, look, a cat, like a little like play thing, I can play with it, and I would always do things that were not good to do to a cat, especially one that
This
was like,
doesn't sound like it's gonna refrain from being a Shane Dawson situation.
It's
Please,
not- it's not.
please
It's not.
redeem yourself here.
It's not a Shane
Okay.
Dawson situation.
So like I would pick him up, like I would pick the cat up and like run with it like through the house, and like my mom said that sometimes I would misjudge the turn and like whack the cat's head on like the corner of the wall.
Oh no!
And there was one time when I even gave my cat a swirly.
Oh, it was more than a few times, buddy.
Okay, I gave my
She
cat.
needed a bath.
Yeah, no, I gave my
What
cat
the fuck?
a few swirlies.
What do you
No.
mean?
You know what a swirly is, right?
Yes, I'm well aware.
Okay.
Yeah, he would throw the cat in the toilet and flush it.
That's so bad.
I know, it's
That's
so-
so
But
bad.
dude, it was great because she was the coolest cat ever. She never like drew claws on it.
Nope, never.
Nope, she just got revenge by pissing on all of her stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, that was the best cat I've ever had, and I ruined it.
Oh my god.
I feel so bad, but we ended up just. My mom was just like, "No more of this," and she took her to a farmhouse where she knew she would be safe.
Doesn't taking a cat to a farm mean that you're gonna euthanize it?
No, she like I was there with her. So,
Oh,
Like, you
okay.
went to an actual like.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
out in the middle of the country where like no cars would run her over, more than likely.
Right. If I learned anything from news stories that I've heard today, it's that you're a fucking terrible person.
When I was younger, yeah. No, I
No,
was an
I think
absolute
that me and
monster.
you both were just little shits when we were
We
younger.
were all little shits when we were younger. We didn't know
Yeah.
any better.
No,
Yeah.
in my head, I didn't want to hurt it. Like that's the last thing I wanted to do. I thought I was just playing with it. So, yeah, no, don't throw cats in the toilets and don't smack their heads into the corners of walls. Love your cats very dearly, and dogs, and parrots, and raccoons, whatever the fuck.
Right. Don't do animal abuse. That's fucking terrible. And don't do what
Absolutely.
Shane Dawson did either, because that's also pretty bad.
Or Daddy of 5. He's also a child abuser. Don't do that either.
Oh yeah, you ranted about that to me the other day.
Yeah, terrible stuff.
Yeah.
Don't be a bad person. Drink
Yeah.
water. Wear your seatbelt.
Yeah. Thanks for watching the Broke Boys podcast. If you've learned anything today, don't be a bad person.
Take it
And
from
Don't
me.
be a tweaker.
Take it
please.
from me, him, and
Right.
well, the shorter him. Shorter.
Anybody want to give us an official send off before Angel runs over and
I always do it. Somebody else do it.
Well, you're our host.
fuck
Come on,
off?
But he's the one who
Boy.
introduces us.
Sage.
Yeah, so you gotta be the one to send us off.
It's me. I've
Right.
all right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Is that it?
What else you want me to say?
Like if you like it. Subscribe if you like it.
And if you don't like it,
Don't. That's as easy as that.
I suppose
Don't
that
hit
works
that
too.
dislike button, otherwise I'll get sad.
Wave goodbye to the camera.
Bye.
Goodbye.